have no idea where that stopped, but anyway. Verse 13, but the one who endures to the end, it is he who shall be saved. If you can not let world events and rumors and false prophets and all of the things that are going to take place dissuade you, you would stay the course. Salvation will still be the result. You've got to last and remain faithful. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in the whole world for a witness to all the nations, and then the end shall come. Well, according to Colossians 1 and verse 6 and Colossians 1 and verse 23, the gospel was preached to the whole world. And by the time the gospel was able to spread, it wasn't long after that that the destruction of Jerusalem took place. Because the book of Colossians was written somewhere in the early 60s. So within a decade, the end came. Now Jesus is going to draw upon the book of Daniel in the next verse. But you need to understand this, and I wish we had more time to walk through this. But the book of Daniel keeps talking about the end, that this is going to be the end. And premillennialists have, for centuries, misunderstood that Daniel is prophesying the end of the Jewish system. Not talking about the end of the world or the end of time, but the end of the Jewish system. And so when Jesus says, and then the end shall come, that end is referring to the end of the Jewish system. Now, what does that mean? When the Romans attacked Jerusalem, they dismantled the temple, and Judaism died on that day. The Sadducees ceased to exist because their existence was intimately associated with the temple. The Hebrew language died. The rabbinic order went away. Scribes, they spent their life copying the scriptures that Jesus encountered, no longer existed. You could not go to Jerusalem 3 times a year. You could not have temple sacrifices. You could not go to the altar. There was no altar. There were no priests. There was no temple. There were no sacrifices. It died on that day. That's the end that Daniel's talking about, and that's the end that Jesus is talking about here.
Is that the event where they filled it full of bodies and then lit it up?
I don't know about that.
I read that somewhere. Who knows where? Where they filled the temple. I think it was a commentary I read.
Okay, we'll pick up there.
You're saying if they filled the temple with dead bodies and did it?
When the Romans